Salutations, Crimsonites. It's me, Krimson KB, your bro, your dude, your home slice. As we know, Dragonball FighterZ was announced to a stupendous ovation and was very much welcomed by the gaming community and fighting game community and of course Dragon Ball Z fans alike. So as we know so far, there have been characters confirmed for the game, those being Goku, Vegeta, Teen Gohan, Cell, Majin Buu, Frieza, and most recently, Future Trunks. They have said, however, that there will only be or possibly a 24 character roster starting off on this, so that kinda leaves some spaces to be very difficult to occupy as far as the rest of the roster is concerned. They also said that they didn't want to just throw every character into this game. They wanted to keep it, in their words, believable, because they didn't want to throw, say, I don't know, Yamcha in there and have it believed that he could defeat Goku in his current state. Which, to a degree, I understand, but also, to a degree, I can understand how that can make a lot of fans really upset, because some fans really do love those minor characters that have been there since the beginning of, say, Dragon Ball. So, I wanted to throw my opinion into the hat here and tell you my top 5 characters that I would love to see in Dragon Ball FighterZ. So this first character is not exactly one that I'm a huge fan of, but I can understand why they wanted to put it in there, because they do want a large Saiyan presence felt in the game, and that's, of course, Gotenks. Gotenks was a huge part of the Majin Buu saga back in Dragon Ball Z. He first introduced the concept of fusing characters together, and of course, he was very unforgettable. So I could see why they would want a powerful character like this in the game, especially since they have guys like Goku and Vegeta and Teen Gohan jumping up to higher levels of Super Saiyan. So I could see them putting this character in there. Number 4, and some people might disagree with me on this, but I'm going to say Krillin. Krillin has been there since pretty much the beginning, almost as long as Yamcha has, but Krillin has been very important to the story, especially during the Frieza saga, the Saiyan saga, you know, getting into the Cell saga, and now in Dragon Ball Super. His importance has always been there. Now, of course, he's not, say, as powerful as some of the other characters, but they could maybe use him maybe in an assist type, because this is a 3-on-3 tag type fighting game here, so they probably could give him maybe a good assist, or maybe have him be like a good supportive character, throwing Kenzans and Kamehamehas and stuff like that. So, who knows, but I would certainly love to see Krillin in this game. My number 3 choice, and quite frankly, I will be completely surprised if they do not put this mainstay character into this game, and that is Piccolo, of course. Piccolo is just as important, and in some cases, if not more important, than characters on the forefront of the Dragon Ball franchise lineup. I mean, he helped shape Gohan into what he has been today. He's actually been a better father to Gohan and Goku ever was, for God's sakes. He was important during the Cell saga, Buu saga. He's pretty much been important in just about every arc that they've done in the Dragon Ball franchise, going back to the very near end of the original Dragon Ball, going up into Super. Piccolo could bring all kinds of crazy combos into the game with his stretchable appendages, his Hell Zone grenade, his special beam cannon, all kinds of stuff that he could bring that could definitely make this fighter even better. My number 2, and if they don't do this, just like Piccolo, I will be very disappointed if they don't, even though this might be pushing a little far as powerful characters are concerned, and that's Broly. Broly is a god tier character. I mean, this was the original legendary Super Saiyan before we had things like God Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan Blue and Super Saiyan Magenta, Neon Pink. Why would Broly need to be in this game? Well, one, they did say they want to keep characters that could believably stand up to the stronger tier characters. Broly is an obvious choice in my opinion. He doesn't have a whole lot of signature moves, but he is a very melee heavy character, especially how he's been represented in other Dragon Ball Z fighting games, he could be an awesome presence to the game, if not maybe a really cool boss character. So I think Broly should definitely be in this game. Coming in at number 1, and this one, had to think about this one for a minute, but then it hit me, you know, there's not a very big female presence in this game thus far, so I'm gonna say Android 18. Android 18 has been the strongest female character presence in the series thus far, next to Chi-Chi, of course, and Bulma, but unlike the other two, who mostly stick back to supportive roles at this point in the franchise history, Android 18 getting into Dragon Ball Super is actually out there on the front lines fighting. She's actually in the martial arts tournament that is deciding the fate of the freaking universe at this point. Not only that, but she was able to deflect attacks thrown by Super Saiyan Blue Goku. So she is powerful in my opinion. She has a cool technique list. She was very, very centered in the story that was being told in the Cell Saga. I think she would make a cool inclusion, but also because I think this game does need some more female presence, and unfortunately there aren't a whole lot of good female fighting characters represented in the Dragon Ball Z franchise, aside from Chi-Chi when she was younger, and that's about it. That's my number 1 pick. Who are characters that you would like to see in Dragon Ball FighterZ? Tell me in the comments below. Of course, like, subscribe, and share, and all that gravy stuff. And I will see you dudes later. Stay shway, dudes.